Number 1. Determine if each expression is equivalent to 7 to the 6th divided by 7 to the 3rd. Choose yes or no for each expression. So, looking at this first problem, 7 to the 6th divided by 7 to the 3rd. We are dividing, so we are going to subtract the exponents. 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3, so my answer is 7 to the 3rd. We want to see if any of these problems, A, B, C, D, or E, match 7 to the 3rd. So letter A, 7 to the 9th times 7 to the negative 6th. We're multiplying, so we add the exponents. 9 plus negative 6. This is where we have to remember our integer rules. If the signs are the same, we add. If signs are different, we subtract. The signs are different, and so we subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. We keep the sign of the larger, 9, so it's a positive 3. Our answer is 7 to the 3rd power. So yes, it is a correct answer. Letter B, 7 to the negative 8th divided by 7 to the negative 11th. We are dividing, so we subtract the exponents. Negative 8 minus negative 11. For all subtraction problems, we have to keep change. So we keep the negative 8, we change subtraction to addition, and we change a negative 11 to a positive 11. Negative 8 plus 11, again, same signs add, different signs subtract. So 11 minus 8 is 3. Keep the sign of the larger number, that's 11, so it's a positive 3. So it is 7 to the 3rd power. So B is yes, it is also a correct answer. Letter C, 7 to the 5th times 7 to the 3rd divided by 7 to the 4th. We're going to start with the multiplying where we add the exponents. So that would be 5 plus 3, which is 8. So our new problem is 7 to the 8th divided by 7 to the 4th. We're dividing, so we subtract the exponents. 8 minus 4, which is 4. Our answer is 7 to the 4th power. So no, it is not equivalent. Letter D, 7 to the negative 3rd times 7 to the 6th. We're multiplying, so we add the exponents. Negative 3 plus 6. Same signs add, different signs subtract. We have a negative 3 and a positive 6. They're different, so we subtract them. 6 minus 3 is 3. Keep the sign of the larger number 6, so it's positive 3. The answer is 7 to the 3rd power. Yes. And the last one, 7 to the 3rd raised to the 0 power. When we raise to a power, we multiply the exponents. 3 times 0 is 0, so that's 7 to the 0 power. And we know that anything to the 0 power is 1. So that answer is no, it is not equivalent. Number 2, what value of x makes the following equation true? 4 to the 8th divided by 4 squared raised to the 3rd power divided by 4 to the 4th. I'm going to start by raising to a power down here. We are raising to a power, so we multiply the exponents. 4 to the 8th over 4 to the 6th. 2 times 3 gives us 6. Then I'm dividing, so I'm going to subtract my exponents. 8 minus 6, which is 2. I get 4 squared divided by 4 to the 4th. I'm dividing again, so I'm going to subtract my exponents. 2 minus 4, which is negative 2. My answer is 4 to the negative 2nd power. The x is right here, the exponent, so x is equal to negative 2. Number 3, write 9 to the 6th as a power with a base of 3. I know that I can break 9 down into 3 times 3, meaning my problem is 3 squared. However, I still have this exponent 6, so when we write it, the 6 stays outside the parentheses because it's still there. I haven't changed it. But I can simplify this problem. I can multiply 2 times 6 and get 12, 3 to the 12th power. Number 4, which expressions are equivalent to 13 to the 6th divided by 13 to the 8th times 13 to the negative 4th divided by 13 to the negative 2nd? Circle all that apply. So I'm going to go ahead and solve the problem solve the equation in the problem, and then we'll look at all of our answer choices. So I'm going to start by with the multiplying part. I have 13 to the 8th times 13 to the negative 4th. We're multiplying, so I add the exponents. 8 plus negative 4. When we add negatives, we we have same signs add, different signs subtract. I have a positive 8 and a negative 4, so I'm going to subtract them. 8 minus 4 is 4. I keep the sign of the larger number 8, so it's a positive 4. My new problem is 13 to the 6th divided by 13 to the 4th over 13 to the negative 2nd. Now we're dividing, so I'm going to go ahead and divide and subtract my exponents. 4 minus negative 2. For all subtraction problems, we're going to keep change. So I keep the 4, I change subtraction to addition, I change a negative 2 to a positive 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. My new problem becomes 13 to the 6th divided by 13 to the 6th. We're dividing again, so I'm going to subtract my exponents, 6 minus 6, and get 0. My answer is 13 to the 0 power, which is 1. Now, we are going to look at all of our answer choices and see which one of them match the answer 1. So, for letter A, negative 13 to the 0 power is 1. My answer is really 1 over 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. A is a correct answer. For letter B, we have negative 1 to the 4th, so that would be negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. 2 negatives make a positive 1, and here 2 negatives make a positive 1. 1 times 1 is 1. B is the correct answer. Letter C, negative 1 to the 7th. I'm going to write this up at the top, just so we can have some more space. So negative 1 7 times. Just like we did with letter B, we're going to pair them up to make them positive. 2 negatives make a positive, 2 negatives make a positive, 2 negatives make a positive. You have 1 negative left over, so you know your answer is going to be negative. C is not correct. C would end up being a negative 1 answer. Letter D, 1 to the 13th, that would just be 1 times 1, 13 times. We all know 1 times 1 is 1, so D is a correct answer. Letter E, 1 over 13 to the negative 1st. Negative exponents mean that we have to write it as a fraction. It's already written as a fraction, so E is not a correct answer. Your answers are A, B, and D. Number 5, simplify 9 to the negative 8th times 1 over 9 to the 3rd. Write your answer with a positive exponent. I'm going to make it a fraction because I see that negative exponent, so my problem was 1 over 9 to the 8th times 1 over 9 to the 3rd. We're multiplying, so we're going to add our exponents. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 over 9 to the 11th. Which expression is equivalent to negative 4 raised to the negative 5th raised to the 0 power? When we raise to a power, we are going to multiply those exponents. Negative 5 times 0 is 0. So my answer is negative 4 to the 0 power. We know that anything to the 0 power is 1. Letter A is the correct answer. Any of these problems that you missed, go back on your corrections page and you can go ahead and correct your mistakes.